I don't think Cooper Flagg gonna turn your franchise around like that.
Hey, T.A.
No, for real.
Let's go!
And I'm serious. And I say this because
You don't see generational tools in them.
I ain't seeing KD. I ain't seeing no.
Let's
This
go!
is terrible.
I'm just not seeing all
Roser,
that. I'm seeing Andrei Kirilenko.
Let's go!
I'm seeing Andrei Kirilenko. That's what I'm seeing,
And
bro.
Kirilenko can hoop.
Well, now tuned in to the Dark Times channel.
So here we go again, back with another one. Welcome back to the Dark Times channel. And I want to go ahead and chime in on something that Tony Allen said, the legendary defensive-minded, all-defensive player from the 2000s.
Allen contested catch. Tremendous defense.
Wow. This guy, one of the best perimeter defenders, without question. It's like he rolled his foot or ankle or calf, and Allen pokes it away, clock winding, and it is going to... What a great weapon for him. Durant comes up short.
And he says something about Cooper Flagg that has got a lot of people upset, or a lot of people talking about it at least. And let's go ahead and take a listen.
I don't think Cooper Flagg gonna turn your franchise around like that.
Hey, T.A.
No, for real.
Let's go!
And I'm serious. And I say this because
No, we're not doing
Let's
this.
go!
He was a reclass
and that's what I'm saying. So
who went to college and won National College Player of the Year.
Come on, T.A. Speak on it.
He's
Speak on it,
nice. He's
T.A.
nice. Let's give him his nice. He's
No,
nice.
we're not doing this.
We give him nice.
You don't see generational tools in them.
I ain't seeing KD. I ain't seeing no.
This is terrible.
I'm just not seeing all
Roser,
that. I'm seeing Andrei Kirilenko.
Let's go!
I'm seeing Andrei Kirilenko.
And
That's what I'm seeing,
And
bro.
Kirilenko can hoop.
No,
And he
but
can hoop.
college basketball is filled with 25-year-olds now, and the kid that reclassed was the best player in the country.
Andrei Kirilenko's like a one-time All-Star. He's like Karan Butler.
Yeah.
Andrei Kirilenko
He a
can hoop.
one-time All-Star. Hey,
Two-time All-Star, maybe.
He gonna be a one-time All-Star. I don't see it, bro. I'm just not hyped on these Duke kids. Look at the last couple of the
Over
games.
on-
Like Jason
Okay.
Tatum,
Wait, besides Jason
Kyrie
Tatum.
Irving. What
Kyrie
about Kyrie
Irving.
Irving?
Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Paulo Banchero. F out of here.
Yeah.
Out of here.
Okay, but no,
He is nice, but his max out potential is Andrei Kirilenko.
That's
what
ridiculous.
it.
That is the worst take that's ever been said.
T.A., will he be the rookie of the year?
Nope.
Oh,
Let's go!
And so let me go ahead and start off by saying he didn't say anything wrong. Tony Allen didn't say anything wrong as it pertains to comparing Cooper Flagg to Andrei Kirilenko. Anybody who knows anything about Andrei Kirilenko knows that Andrei Kirilenko is probably one of the most slept on hoopers from the 2000s.
Parker down court, faking, driving, pushing up, right back, Kirilenko.
Well, he's owned the glass along with Okura's Boozer. Here's coming Kirilenko around the back.
Picked up by Tyler. DJ, no look. Kirilenko, how about that?
By the gap. Kirilenko, he'll get the last shot.
Kirilenko, Karan, right side, Gio Brown, rejected by Kirilenko. Great play by Andrei.
A moment ago, 8K meets our test. Clean.
You're talking about somebody that didn't need 25 shots a night to impact the game. Somebody who didn't care about the spotlight. Somebody, when they stepped on the court, you were going to feel him. His presence was going to be felt all over that court. He was a stat stuffer. And Andrei Kirilenko, AK-47, would have had a plethora of more all-stars and hardware to go along with his career had it not been for a couple of things. Number one, he got injured pretty early on in his career, and he never really fully recovered, and we never really got to see what Andrei Kirilenko would have been had it not been for injuries. And then on top of that, he played in the 2000s. And the 2000s was probably, in my opinion at least, was probably one of the most defensive-minded eras, and the scoring reflected it. You're talking about low-scoring games in the 80s and 90s, almost night after night. And so, if Andrei Kirilenko, if a player like Andrei Kirilenko in that archetype, in that mold, played today, it might resemble a player like Cooper Flagg. And that's probably one of the highest compliments that Cooper Flagg is going to get. And anybody who disagrees with that and think that's a slight or that's a diss to Cooper Flagg doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. And maybe I'm a little bit biased because, like I said earlier, Andrei Kirilenko was one of my favorite players from the 2000s. He was one of the only Europeans that I can remember from that time that was locking up like that. Defensive Player of the Year candidate year after year. There's no position that he couldn't guard. He could guard 1 through 5. He could literally guard 1 through 5. I don't care if you had a shifty guard out there. He was going to hold his own. He was going to guard 1 through 5. And so I'm going to go ahead and point to his third year, because his third year was the year right before he got injured. He was an all-star. He was an MVP candidate, and he was looking like he was going to be an MVP candidate year after year. His third season, in which he averaged 16.5 points a game, 8 rebounds, almost 3 blocks a game, 3 assists a game, almost 2 steals a game, and he shot almost 50% from the floor. And that's a hell of a season. And then keep in mind, this is the early 2000s. So that 16.5 points a game in the 2000s, that might as well be 28 points a game. And I want to go ahead and point to that 2004-2005 season, because Andrei Kirilenko did something that only 2 people in the modern NBA era did. Only Hakeem Olajuwon and Julius Erving managed to accumulate 200 blocks, 150 steals in a single season. That's rare air. Somebody that can affect and impact the game like that, that's rare air. And so we're talking about a special player when we're talking about an Andrei Kirilenko. So I think Cooper Flagg can absolutely be that. And I didn't really think about it until Tony Allen mentioned it. That's a great example. But I think where a lot of people are missing it on this one is they don't respect Andrei Kirilenko's game. Because if they didn't watch Andrei Kirilenko play and they just look at his numbers and they don't take into consideration all of his injuries, and then on top of that, he was an unselfish player that played in the 2000s. So he wasn't looking to go out and be the primary focus on a team. And so I think where people are missing it on this one is I think people want to compare Cooper Flagg to a LeBron James and a Kevin Durant and guys like that. Those are great archetypes, but that's not where Cooper Flagg is projected to be, in my opinion. I think he's closer, a lot closer to an Andrei Kirilenko. And like I laid out, Andrei Kirilenko would be a star in today's NBA. You're talking about a player that can impact the game on both sides of the ball. He impacts winning in every single area and every single aspect. And then on top of that, he seems like he has a dog to him. He's got that certain kind of mentality. And so no doubt about it, that's a great analogy. But those are my thoughts on it anyway. Let's go ahead and try to keep that conversation going on down below as we usually do. And go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're not new to the channel and you've been enjoying the content so far on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And as usual, peace and chaos.